switch to OBS soon. Who knows? Oh wait, we're live. We're live. We're live, baby. So you know what we're gonna do? The first
echoes going.
Echoes. There's echoes everywhere, but check this out.
Introducing Dragon's Crossing, an addictive Web3 game modeled after Dungeons & Dragons. With just 15 moves a day, you must find the right balance to navigate each zone and climb the leaderboard. In the meantime, you can also find NFTs that will bolster your chance to win or can be traded to other players.
Lots to do. You understand.
Season 2 gave out over $12,000 in prizes. And now in Season 3, we have Choose Your Own Adventure, new quest NFTs, and a smelter. Sure you're ready for Season 3 by picking up an NFT hero via the secondary market on OpenSea. Will you be our Season 3 champion? Check out our website, dragonscrossing.com, for more information. Let's go!
Okay, Grady. We're double timing it. We are on Twitter and we're on YouTube at the same time.
Baby.
For Season 3, Dragon's Crossing. All right. So how excited are you right now? The season just started. I just registered like 3 or 4 heroes, and we have the man of the hour, the king of alpha, the one and only Kung Fu master, the guy from Bulgaria that's going to get you to be #1 on the leaderboard. It is Kung Fu. How are you doing, buddy?
Baby.
Hey guys, glad to be here. Just woke up and I'm registering my heroes. Don't want to miss a minute for this season.
You know, the thing that's great about Kung Fu, Grady, is that he, instead of sleeping, taking his kids to school, whatever is going on, instead of doing that, he's here with us, doing this in Dragon's Crossing and just flexing on people. That is, I know that you would be in favor of that. What would you rank Kung Fu in your ranking system, like 1 to 10 or whatever you have of like his commitment to Dragon's Crossing?
I mean, 10. Come on.
He's a 10 out of 10.
Daily videos on this, dropping all the alpha. He doesn't hold back. And same with Bob Nothing. I love last night's video on this channel, on Doug's channel, is so good. I'm going to be listening to it 3 or 4 times.
Literally, if you just follow that video, you can win Season 3 just from that video. Like, we have all the alpha of the skills, builds. We had our new GIF friend buddy come in, and he asked a bunch of questions like, hey, can you tell me some builds? And he just told him, like, here's builds for each class that I would do if I were you. And I don't know how you could get more alpha than that. Plus, like, that we went over the skills.
Mm-hmm.
And what we can do now is we can actually go in and move around the tier list and have a whole new tier list tonight for Season 3 and just know right from the bat, these are the skills you want to go get. Because Kung Fu, did you see somebody tweeted that right after the video, someone went and bought the sniper skill for like $65 after you said it was a good skill. And Kung Fu had spent that morning buying up all the sniper skills because he's like, this is an OP skill, or like one he really likes. And next thing you know, there's one left. And then someone watched the video most likely and then bought that for like $65.
So are you saying I should list my sniper skill for sale?
Yeah, for like $800.
If you don't plan to use them. But definitely sniper skill probably makes a really viable level 17 ranger kills on Abaddon because of the chance to hit buffs and probably guaranteed critical strike for 2 rounds. So I won't be surprised to see some rangers trying to kill Abaddon at level 17 if the boss level didn't change.
Which it didn't, I don't think. That's what.
Yeah, it's not in the announcement. So
right. Man, I opened up like 6 more skill books tonight, and I got at least 1 sniper. I got like riposte, which isn't buffed. That was good. It wasn't hardly worth using.
And for once,
or I don't know.
Relief.
So
because they had drug crystals.
Yeah, and I have some alpha to begin with. In the beginning of the season. So there is a pro strategy. People who are really competitive, they're, for example, signing some heroes late, and they're starting late because they want to explore the season first with like their pilgrim heroes. They want to see the changes, they want to feel the new zones probably, and so on. So my alpha tip here is to improve this strategy by signing up your heroes at the very beginning of the season and start playing with all of them.
Right.
Why? Because you can reach zone 2 with all your heroes,
Right.
check which ones are performing the best at that point.
Wait, hold
And-
on.
and
Grady,
then
I'm
you
cutting the
can
stream
wait.
off. That's my secret move he just gave out. That was my secret alpha move that I was going to do.
And then
Hey,
you
and
can
Doug,
wait out
I
with
think
the
are
best
there people
performing
talking?
heroes.
Somebody has a lot of people talking in the background.
Oh, that could be me.
Okay.
Oh.
Maybe. Okay. Yep. It's you, Doug. Okay.
So
Keep
you
going.
listen at the zone 2, at the very end of zone 2, you can see which one from all your heroes is performing the best, because you may not consider some hero a top contender for the first place, but he may just got very nice RNG and he may be performing really good at zone 2. And then your best performing heroes, you can stop playing with them
Yeah.
and explore with the others who are not that good performing at that point, who are behind, let's say. They
Mhm.
will quickly catch up in a few days when you play a bit more with them, and you can explore with them, especially the new zones. Nobody knows how these mechanics are going to play out. Is it going to be OP? Is it going to be the experience season? Uh, we will wait and see. And then once you continue and finish zone 3-1 and 4-1, the alternative ones, and make your mind which zones are better, you can continue with your sleeper champions that are waiting in the background for this information, and you can continue in the path that you choose for them, because there may be things like old zone is better for, let's say, ranger, and new zones are better for warriors and mages. You never know. There may be like class specific zones that the new zones are better for certain class, and some people will figure this out at some point, and your best heroes will be sleeping for this information, watching my videos, Doug videos, Grady's videos, and other people will start making content and share information in Discord. So you can make up your mind and make the best decisions to win the game.
That's right. So I totally agree. Get all the heroes registered and get that clock started now, right away. And then you can always play through that first tile, maybe even through partway through the second tile. And then you can take a break for a few days and then push some of maybe your worst performing heroes through. Go ahead and push them on through. And hey, Bob Nothing's in the house. Get in here, because Bob Nothing, you are a freaking genius. It was so good listening to you guys last night. But yeah.
By the way, shout out to the Leaderboard. She actually came up with this idea that I shared with you. We were kind of discussing strategies before the season, so shout out to her, and now everybody knows.
Yeah.
We got a new person in here, Dub Club, who's asking what gameplay is like, and so I'm showing you my screen right now of me registering my heroes. So if we go to like dragonscrossing.com here, if I go to just dragonscrossing.com, I'll show you. This is the website. You can go to, and you can find this through the Discord. There's links below in the video to all this stuff, right? And there's Discord and everything. But playing the game, you play the game, and it'll link to your wallet. And then when if you own an NFT, they'll pop up and you can register them here.
Arbitrum.
We're on Arbitrum. There's videos to help you with that. And also we can help you get onto Arbitrum. You want to put some USDC and ETH on Arbitrum. And then, yeah, these are the heroes I'm registering right now. And here, I'll show you some gameplay right now. Apparently they want me to play with this wizard, right? I'm going to, let's go through and just real quick. Let's go. Let's play. This is Eidos. Grady, do you want to give a little bit of a spiel on Eidos in the beginning of the game?
Right. Yeah. So the way the game works is there's like 5 levels otherwise known as like tiles.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to get through all 5 tiles as fast as you can. You want to beat there's a final boss. So starting on tile 3, there's a boss on that tile. Tile 4, there's a boss on that tile. Tile 5, which is the final tile, which like the 5th level, the final level, there's 2 bosses. Okay. And you want to get through all of that. And essentially you want to try and get to level 18. Maybe if you're really super powerful hero, level 17, you want to beat the final boss as fast as possible with not as fast as possible, with the fewest number of quests used possible. And that's how and then there's a leaderboard, and there's a winning. It's a payout. It's kind of like DraftKings. If you're in there, fantasy football.
It is. It's kind of like fantasy football or like Magic the Gathering. And so here's my character, Ruvel Carell. He's a strong character. He's pretty good. He's got 15 wisdom, which is really good, right? For a wizard, wisdom's their main stat. It also gives them dodge, right? And then you have items, right? So I'm going to add my items. My shoes, it gives me armor. My chest plate, that gives me some armor. And my wand, that gives me 1 dice roll for 6. So in this game, you'll see there's dice rolls. So this is what I'm starting off with. And you can also get other items. You can get a ring for your hand. You can get an offhand weapon that you can find. Oh, and also your wallet here. So you can see I have all these spells and shards still in my wallet that I can either do a giveaway or summon, right, from that previous season. And all the skills that you put on your character stay. So here's the stats I have now with all my stuff on, right? And you can see I have some armor. I have dodge. I have parry. And you can go in here. If you die, you can go and buy more armor because you lose almost all your items when you die. And you can smelt gear. Look, I've got nothing to smelt. But if I had items, I could smelt it here and turn it into a quest. That's so cool. That's brand new. This is a brand new thing. The herbalist is where you go to heal. And you'll see it's not lit up because I'm full health. The health bar is in the bottom left and your XP bar for leveling up. But this heals 33%. This heals 100%. And use quest to buy that, right? And for the healer, 2 quests will give you 100%. 1 quest will give you 33. So that's part of strategy too. And then the adventuring guild, you'll see here's my skills, right? So I'm going to load up my skills. I've got 12 skill points. And as you level up, you get more. So I'm going to put them in Firebolt, which is like the best skill, right? Grady, you guys still think it's the best skill?
Well, it was a little bit nerfed, right?
It was. It's still pretty good.
But
it's still pretty good, yeah.
It's still
especially if you level up charisma and prioritize charisma
I do
on
that.
your gear. It will help you not only persuading
charisma.
but and winning for free the combat, but also adds tons of damage.
So I have Magic Missile, which is not one of our favorites, but I also have Teleport, which gives you a guaranteed flee during combat. And so I'm not using that right now, but that now is only 5 points instead of 7. So that's something that's viable to use a little bit. And then summoning, if I wanted to, I could summon one of my shards right now. And also when you level up, you come here to level up, but I'm not at full XP yet. And then the shared stash is where you can go in and you can send weapons to other heroes that are in your same wallet. So whatever wallet you have, say I have like 12 heroes. If I have a mage and he finds like an amazing axe for a warrior, like super amazing, I can send it to him if I have a warrior in my wallet, right? So that's the benefit of having more characters, but it takes quests. You have to spend 2 quests on each side to do that. And then camping here is where you click on this. If you find an NFT in the field, a skill book or a summoning chart, you have to click camp and then it binds it to you on the blockchain. And then it's there forever and you can't lose it. But if you die before you do that, you'll lose it. And the thing about camping, though, is when you camp, your day is over. So you want to wait till the very end of the day, or otherwise you'll waste quests. So that's like the brief thing of like what's going on here. And then when we go into the wild prairie, this is a zone. So as you go through the zones, you'll see there's a place to fight a creature. And then there's a locked tile. And that locked tile will unlock at some point, and I'll be able to go to the next zone. Starting from here, all the zones that you go through also take a quest. So every time you move past this point, this area right here is like kind of like the open zone where you can go between Eidos and this prairie, and it doesn't cost quests because they're right there. But as you go further, those things cost quests. So now the first thing we do with our guy here, who's ready to kick some butt with these
Did you
stats.
equip your skills? Did you go to the...
Yeah, you can see I have firebolts right here.
Okay, that's right.
I got 2 firebolts. And the firebolts, they deal 1 dice up to 4 damage, and then your wisdom divided by 10. So that's going to give me another point there, damage. And then deals an additional 1 plus charisma divided by 9 damage per rounds for 2 rounds. My charisma is 8, so it might not give me an extra thing. So that's what it is. But the thing is that over time, as you level up, these become really powerful, right? Okay. You guys, are you ready to go in and fight? Who in the
Yeah,
comments is ready for me to fight?
some may debate that having 3 uses of Rhea Frost is better at the beginning because you have
Sure.
3 skills instead of only 2.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so you see the skill points. All right, well, let's try that.
Yeah.
All right, that's a good tip. Kung Fu's
You
here
can
to guide
save
the ship.
skill.
Yeah, you don't have that much wisdom and a lot of charisma at the beginning for a firebolt to be really, really OP. And
Ren thinks
you
I
need
should.
to have at least 9 charisma to get this extra bonus for a firebolt. Maybe then, if you have 9 charisma, you may do more damage with firebolt, but having 3 uses of skills, it's also really, really good for.
So this is a thing right now, Dub Club. You're doing a great job of asking questions. You're a new player, and if you keep this up, you might end up winning a summoning shard or a hero. Okay, that's what I'm saying right now. And if you go in and purchase a hero and start playing the game, you know what? That's what I'm going to do. The first person that is a new player that hasn't played yet, that registers and plays the game this season, the first person that DMs me and show me that they're a new player, I'm going to give them a summoning shard. How about that?
Oh,
How about that, Grady? You think that's a good giveaway? It's a secret giveaway.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
All right,
Ellie.
I have another one. Actually, I did some coaching on a player before the season, helping them, and they gave me a uncommon Rift hero, a ranger. So I will transfer it to you, Doug, so you can decide to give it away
Amazing.
as well.
Thank you.
I will just send it to you right now.
So you and Rain Man both have sent me NFTs to give away, which is dope. I love it. He is super down to play. Dub Club, let me tell you something. Not only is this game fun and intriguing, but the crew of people on this game are the best. Like people that just want a game, have fun, have streams, live streams, and not worry about like token prices or nothing. Yeah, and make there you go, bro. Look, fantasy stat game. Yes, this is what it is, baby. This is what it is.
It's D&D, baby.
Is D&D, but it's alive so we can see it. And the artwork. Wait till you see the monsters and the creatures,
and the music.
Bro. Yeah, it's just so cool. All right, we're gonna fight now because I'm pumped and Dub Club is kicking butt. Let's go in and fight. I don't have the audio on right now. Maybe I should though. Let's have a little bit of audio.
Do the echo cancellation, but that's okay. Hey, real quick while you're doing that, Ellie. So best attributes for the Ranger. So for Ranger, you always want to pound agility right off the bat because agility doesn't only help your chances to crit, but specifically for Ranger, it also at different steps, it's like stair step, gives you more damage as well. So wisdom for a mage, agility for a ranger, strength for a warrior. Okay. And then generally speaking, especially for a ranger, you want to be pounding that quickness also. And probably for all heroes, probably want to be pounding that quickness. And then the third stat kind of depends on your skills that you've got for that hero building. So for a mage, probably charisma, but it might vary between the different heroes.
All right. And we're going to go over that again a little bit and do some strategy / tier list stuff, right? So don't worry about that. But now I'm going to pump up the volume so you can hear some app. Can you guys hear it?
Yes.
Okay. So this is the game. And now we're in the zone, in the fields. We've got a forgotten dwarf. He's impotent, right? His crit was reduced by 30%. And we could, if we wanted to, we could use a skill here if we needed to, but we don't really need to yet. We got 3 Ray of Frost that we loaded up, right? And this is the thing that are guys that are new. If you use a skill, it's like an added bonus. It doesn't take anything away. So like you can use a skill and also still attack, right? So it's like doing a spell and then you can still attack. So we're going to attack him now. And I'm going to take off my auto roll. You can auto roll this to make it quicker if you have a lot of heroes. Like if you're grading, you have 100 heroes, you want to auto roll. But here we go.
Yeah.
He missed.
You go through quicker on it.
And I hit him. And I'm rolling for a 4. And you can see I got bonus damage of 2, which is awesome. So I hit him for 6. Now he's down to 13. And you can see my HP is at the bottom left also and my XP. All right. This guy's angry. Let's get him. All right, 4 to 4. Straight up just attacks. Okay, we're going to get him this time.
Well, one other thing that you may want to do as well is to invest your skills early, like in the beginning of the fights, to have a chance to burn the monster quicker. And if they drop an equipment item, it would be probably an upgrade, and you will spend less health, and then probably will get an upgrade, and you'll be like having easier time fighting next combats.
So that's a really good idea. Like you want to buy some skills right away from the market, and there's a link down there below for all the skills. You can look at them, and we're going to go over a tier list. There's a tier list of the skills for the different classes, and also you can see he did a skill against me. It reduces my armor mitigation by 100% for 1 round. For people that are new, there's an armor amount, but there's an armor mitigation percent. So like whatever percent you have, it's something to do with like how much your armor like actually covers you. Sometimes when they hit you, they'll hit your armor, and sometimes they won't. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So let's attack. We're going to get him this time. Okay, we both missed.
Yes.
My mage is angry, bro. He's talking trash right now. He said, my victory is inevitable. Here we go.
Let's go.
Boom, he's dead. 3 straight up points. Oh, 1 point plus 2 bonus damage, baby. Okay, so then we're going to loot. Oh, I didn't get nothing, right? So this is when loot comes up. You can get items, weapons, armor. NFTs can drop to you, right? And I always hit take all, right? Just automatically, like with my muscle memory.
Mm-hmm.
And oh,
there it is.
we unlocked the travel tile, baby.
Yep.
Yeah,
Dude, I see people in the Discord. Dude, Alan
don't
just
go
got 2
there.
legendary drops in the
I
Discord.
haven't gotten a single item yet. It's crazy.
Bro.
Yeah, so for
Alan just
people
got
who
2
are
legendary
watching and
drops.
new people, if
So-
you discover a new zone, don't go there too quickly, because the monsters are harder in this new zone, and you need to
Okay.
have some
I'm switching
levels
audio.
under your belt in order to perform good in the new zone.
So I switched the audio to my ears so I can hear better. But like you got a sense of like the atmosphere, the noises. You'll go in the game and you'll see it's like a big expansive soundtrack and voiceovers. The characters talk, right?
Yeah.
So we've unlocked this mysterious forest. So now like this mysterious forest is here. And then Agharon comes around. We'll just skip this for now, but you can listen to it during the game. And now see this tile is unlocked. If I click on this, it's going to take quests. It's going to take a quest away. And also, if you look at the leaderboard, and now see people have already gone to Mysterious Forest. If I wanted to right now, I could be ranked top 5 in the game if I went and clicked that thing, because the ranking system goes on these pillars of what zone you're in, like how quickly you get there. And then at the end, the last pillar is the final boss. But that's the only one that really matters, because, you know, once you get to the final boss, then all those previous pillars don't matter anymore. But people will go into the Mysterious Forest quickly so they can screenshot this and flex that they're like ranked number 1, right? But that we're saying to not do that because it wastes.
Don't do that. It's a waste of quests. So the very soonest you'd ever want to go to the second tile, Mysterious Forest, would be after you get to level 4. Okay. And really, I would say wait until level 5. Okay. Maybe even wait until level 6. Okay. That's up for debate.
The thing how the game works is if you level up in the zone 1, at some point there will be 4 levels difference with some of the monsters in this zone, and you will stop getting experience and NFTs from these monsters.
Mhm.
So there is not much incentive to stay, let's say, leveling safe in the lower zone, because you're already ready to go to the next one. So when you go into a zone, check which is the minimum level of the monster. For example, it is, let's say, 4. And this means that at level 8, once you level up 8, these 4 level monsters, they will stop giving you nice things.
Yeah.
And it's time to move on to the next zone. This is the general rule of thumb.
Yeah.
Well, look,
And on the first tile, it's really level 5, or because at level 6, I mean, at level 5, when you're at level 5 on the first tile, there's a chance you face a monster that's just level 1. You'll get no XP from that. So it's like a wasted quest.
And
But-
no NFT. Drops.
and no NFT drops. But it also might make sense. I did have some heroes where I stayed on tile 1 till level 6 because you'll still get those level 2, 3, and 4, and I think even 5 monsters on that first tile. Well, once you're up that high on that level, you don't have to worry about healing. You can just breeze right on through all those monsters. They're easy to beat when you're at that level. But the challenge here is, is that, and there's also no herbalist on tile 2. There's an herbalist on tile 3 and on tile 5 and on tile 1.
Okay, I got an uncommon maze. Kung Fu only has so much with us, so we might switch to doing the tier list pretty quick. But so if you look at my guy now, I have 14 out of 15 quests left, right? You have 15 quests a day.
Yep.
And you can get more quests that day by like buying one of these quest NFTs that's going to drop. You can find them places. But we're just starting from season 3. No one's found one yet. You can also go to the smelter and turn in gear to get more quests. But the thing is, those quests will still count against your leaderboard total. So it's not like you're cheating or anything. But there might be situations where you're stuck in a zone and it takes you all these quests to go somewhere to heal and come back. And it doesn't make sense. And you're just like kind of stuck with these 3 quests and you can't do anything. But if you can get extra quests somehow, you might be able to then be more efficient. So like there's everything, dude, Dub Club, everything in this is about strategy. Every move you make, you have to sit and think, wait, okay, here's the moving parts. What should I do? It's never too much like obvious, right? So let's do another battle real quick. Okay, the adventurers are rough. This quickness is.
Oh, you have persuade. You have persuade.
Look at this. Let's see what happens. Can I persuade
You have
him?
8 charisma.
I can beat him. I can beat him.
It.
Oh, I lost. Oh no, he's gonna stab me. Bro just stabbed me. Like,
oh.
Dude, I have
That's unfortunate. You had really nice chance, but you still need to roll higher with the dice as well.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to kick this guy's butt now, though. Watch this. I'm going to hit him with a 10, 7. Yes. Look at that. I'm getting a lot of bonus damage right now, right? Got a lot of bonus damage going on here. Chance of crit's only 2%.
Yeah, you have really high primary stat, 15 out of 16. This gives you probably the bonus damage.
Yes, and bonus damage and good dodge. That's what it probably is, right? Look at this. I got some nice ones. 6 and a 2. He's dead. No drops. No drops. All right, real quick. Let's do one more for fun.
And I just got Cocytus, and guess what? I got a 16. So
what?
It's a win this time. I got another.
You got bonus XP. Oh,
I sure did.
Wow, that's so cool.
Yeah,
the bonus XP.
So I got the XP from fighting the monster, and I got the bonus XP there. Boom. So it's all about leveling up as fast as possible with the fewest number of quests possible. That's probably the most important thing.
All right, here we go.
Level up.
Kicked his butt. All right, so that is what's going on here. I think we should shift over now to the skill tier list. All right, and we can talk about skills and strategy and builds in the game. And let me grab it. Skill tier list real quick. I have it sitting here.
Yeah, and we need Bob Nothing in here for this, man.
Oh, you know what? Here, real quick though, let me present this. Yeah. Real quick, I'm going to look at Dragon's Watch. So this website, Dragon's Watch app, I think I have it linked below. Or you can put just Dragon Watch app in, and then you put in your wallet address, and it'll give you your leaderboard. And so this is my hero rankings from last season, right? I made $192. And then on the dashboard, it'll tell you what heroes you have, items, NFTs in your wallet, the mint cost, when the season opened, and when it closes, and all this stuff, right? All the stats you're wondering about the season are in here, and your heroes, right? So that's going to load down below all your heroes. You can see the items they have. So it's a dashboard to see all your stuff and see what's going on. So this is like super, super cool. Real quick, just to look at that. And now I'm going to drop that down. And so like Lord and Jazz did that, super amazing. And they're going to add some more stuff to it so you can maybe see the most efficient heroes you have, or the ones that have the best stats, right?
So who did that website again?
It's Lord and Jazz did it.
Nice.
Or Tad? Was it Jazz or Tad? Anyways, sorry. But we'll probably bring him on the thing.
Like an awesome website.
All right. So now we're going to go to the tier list. And there it is. Okay. So I have the tier list here. And there it is. All right. So if we look at this tier list, and we have here, right? You can see there's all these skills. For people that are new, let's start at the JV thing at the bottom, right? and then we go all the way up to oh baby, right? So these skills like flee, we might move these around, right? And then these skills, when you get in the middle, like they might be kind of helpful, maybe not so much. And then as you get up here, these are skills that people use a lot, especially the A tier, don't fade me. And then we have the S tier skills that are really powerful, like Firebolt, which you start off with a mage. That's why mages are really great.
Yeah.
For the reason. Okay. So where do you guys think we should start with these skills? Like in as far as like changing the tier list. Do you think that we should start with the flee skills, the ones at the bottom?
Yeah, go for it. I know Kung
Let's
Fu.
go bottom to top.
Bottom
Yeah.
to top. And so the skills that you see, the stats are going to change, are going to be different. We're still using the same screen grabs, but we know what they are from like the announcement, right? Because we don't have screen grabs of the new one, all of the new ones yet with their new stuff on them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So teleport, pocket sand, and run like the wind costs less. So basically, the difference is they cost 5, 6, and 6, right? So do you
Okay.
guys think that these are still in this tier list at the bottom, or do you think they're like maybe up here somewhere?
What do you think, Kung Fu?
I think they're viable this season, especially teleport for mage. It's 5 skill points. It's a regular
Do you think this is
price
all the way up
pay.
here, maybe somewhere?
Yeah, I think it's in the maybe tier now because they're really affordable to use them. You're not going to spend tons of skill points for a single use, so it's definitely, especially teleport for a mage.
Right. So teleport, I'm thinking, is around here in the mid B tier, right? Where like in certain situations it's helpful.
Yes, you may even go with a mage without quickness and without haste. For example, focus on charisma, like hardcore charisma for the most build, is for the most fireball and firebolt damage potential. So in this case, you will need something to escape hard fights with. So you need a
Do you think
teleport.
that brings it up even faster, like here? It might be up here.
Well,
Maybe we should not arrange it in the tier like horizontally. We should just put it in the tier. Um,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
So
that the horizontal stuff is like not perfect, but it's like a general idea, right? Because we want to
Right.
be able to
Mhm.
kind of like have because there could be a big difference between this and that one. There could be, within the tier.
See, here's my thoughts. Even still, and I said this to JB last season. I'm so curious as to what Bob Nothing would say. My thoughts are, and I think I'm kind of with Bob Nothing. I know it depends on your build. So if you want to forego quickness, for sure, that is huge potentially, especially for a mage because it's 5 instead of 6 skill points for the warrior and for the ranger. But my thought is, man, I still don't even ever want to use it. I want to pound that quickness all the way through all my level ups, hammer quickness like crazy on all my heroes, and have maximized my skill points for other stuff, damage, or maybe a few metas with healing. That's my thought.
Okay.
I could be wrong. I'm so curious to see how I know Kung Fu, he'll have some different builds with heroes, and I'm so curious to see him build those out. But my thoughts are, I still don't even want this the fleet skills.
yeah, this is basically what you said, Grady. You need to have, if you're signing up a lot of heroes, you need to have some variations in their builds because it may turn out mid-season that
Yep.
whatever build is better, and you
Yeah.
have higher chance to place higher in the rankings.
Yep.
Okay, so we're just gonna put it like in like around this area. What about the other flea skills? Do you think that they are maybe up here in like the sort of
Savvy.
okay? Like this is
Maybe
D
in
tier.
this-
This is D tier, meaning like they're still kind of failing, but they're
Right.
not.
They're still in a
worst.
save me tier. Yeah, I would say so.
Maybe up here.
Because the JB tier, what that means is they're worthless. You can't.
Yeah, basically.
I'll never use them.
In
I don't
fact,
want them. Yeah,
In fact, is mastered blow. Should this be down here?
maybe.
I think, yeah.
Okay, we're putting master blow there. Let's just go up the list. Repost. Now that's changed to three moves. Do you think that moves it up to like this area here?
Maybe.
Yes,
What do you think?
maybe.
Yep.
Maybe tier.
in this tier around grapple, maybe. I think it's better than grapple. I think it's pretty good now. Like, because with a warrior,
Yeah.
if warrior, everyone knows that blade form parry is powerful in an S tier, but you still need something that can do something with offense, because you might be caught in a battle where all of a sudden you're not. It happened to me last season. I had a lot of problems with Abaddon with my warriors not being able to hit him very hard, and I had to use Berserk, and Repost is like another version of that a little bit, where you're increasing your damage output, right? And so that can be a really good thing to have, like, 3 blade form parries or 4, and then a repost for when you need to hit them. When they sometimes they're sitting there with like 60 XP and they just won't die, right?
Yeah, and that gives you parry, doesn't it?
It
Doesn't
does.
add
So
your
it's kind of
parry
like
as well?
a mini blade form parry. In fact, it's actually
Right.
really pretty good,
And it's for 3 rounds.
right?
Both of those boosted skills. It increases your chance to crit and parry for 3 rounds.
Right.
And it's still 5 skill points.
So it's basically like blade form parry, a little bit nerfed, but added in damage.
Yeah. What do you think? I know Kung Fu.
I personally think it should be up around like this spot at least.
Yes, it's in the middle of the maybe tier. And did we miss Insidious Distraction, or now we're going to?
We're not doing that yet. We haven't done
Okay.
overhand chop yet.
Okay.
Okay,
I still don't like overhand chop.
Should it go down? Should we just?
I don't know.
No. It's a really solid skill. These starter skills, it's not the best starter skill, but also it is a one that scales with 7 of the primary stat attribute. It does pretty good damage, especially in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
If you have, for example, 14 strength warrior, it's at level 1 you get 2 bonus damage to this skill. That's why primary stats are so important. But definitely it's a nice skill to use in combination with grapple.
Well, it's not better than grapple right now. Renpen's asking what makes it better than grapple. We can't justify it, right? Well, we don't have it higher than grapple right now.
Right. And so if you have just a ton of strength, like there's some heroes, if you've got the right equipment and everything, where you've got like 80 plus strength, and maybe that particular hero has low agility. Okay, that's grapple uses strength and agility. It is better than grapple, but it's
also
for skill points though.
Bob shared that he's itemizing also not for parry with some of his heroes, but for dodge and armor mitigation, which is in general a very good idea because these are better stats. And in this case, even if grapple reduces your own parry, you don't have much to begin with. You're not itemizing for it. So
right.
I think
we're not doing grapple quite yet though. Let's just do overhead chop. Should this stay where it is right here?
Yeah,
I think it's in the beginning of this tier. It's not that
like
bad
here.
to be at the end. Yeah.
Okay, what
Probably
about
the free skills are in the end.
What about Insidious Distraction? Is this got buffed a little bit, right? Did it? Let me look.
So what happened to Insidious Distraction?
So you have it scales with quickness. It's the only spell for ranger that scales with quickness, but it does a bit better damage if you have a lot of quickness than overhand chop.
Okay.
So we should put it here.
So probably it's in the beginning of the save meteor, but it's still not that quite good.
Because it went down to 5.
Okay, it went down to 5.
Yeah.
But
and you need a lot of
skill points. It's 6 skill points though.
That's the bigger problem.
Right.
I made a table, so it does 3.1 damage per skill point, and overhand chop does 2.6.
Yeah,
it's
2d6 and overhand chop is 1d6.
Yeah, so you I know
it scales with strength that you're leveling up, and for quickness, in order to make this work, you need items with really high quickness. You need to to level up quickness all the time with priority, which is good for rangers. But this is the only skill that uses quickness to scale with for ranger.
Which is
so For
Yeah.
fleeing, you can use quickness, and to strike first in the rounds of combat, which is also good. But then only this skill uses it.
Okay, so we'll put that there. Now we're up here.
Man, he's getting in there buying a
Dub Club,
mage. He's not
you
wasting
may win a mage. I send it to Duck. It's not a ranger. The hero I'm giving away, it's an uncommon mage. So you should stay tuned here, and you could win it.
Right.
Yeah.
Stay tuned. We're going to do a giveaway.
And so Dub Club, if you've got a mage, you want to focus on wisdom. First and foremost, wisdom. Second is you're going to have to debate between, I would say, charisma and quickness. Quickness for everybody's always good because that's how you flee. That's how you can flee. And believe me, you're going to want to be able to flee, especially when you get to tile 4.
Okay. Yeah, we should say that real quick. Okay, so Dub Club. 2 is better than 1. You're gonna probably want like 5 or 6 heroes, probably.
You would once you start playing. I got 44. That tells you.
Yeah, and they're not that expensive. So this is the thing. Quickness allows you to flee from battle much better. So you can attempt to flee from a battle if it's a monster that's too strong or things are going bad. And in this game, if you die, it's really bad. You lose a bunch of quests, you lose your items, all this stuff, right?
All of it.
And then you have to kind of like start over from scratch with all these like base armors and weapons and try to do whatever. If you die, it's going to knock you down the leaderboard. It's going to be real bad. You know what I'm saying? So the key is you want to be able to flee if something's bad. And quickness, if you have really high quickness, you can do that. So that for me, quickness is the best stat in the whole game because I don't want to die.
Right. That's right.
Okay, so yeah, it's definitely important for us to do that. So we got Second Wind, which is a heal for the warrior, and it looks like nothing happened to this. This is the same. Do you guys, with these guys in this area, Force Shield, Second Wind, do you think any of these need to move?
I like Force Shield more than I think most people do, but the problem is the cost reward, because Firebolt is so good, or it's like, why do you really need Force Shield? But it can be very, very good. So I don't know. Second Wind, right? Weren't you guys saying the heal skills were getting, a lot of people were realizing those were better as well.
Especially with certain builds for a warrior, you can have, let's say, you can emphasize on wisdom and the rest of the points, except strength, of course. Your primary attribute is a must. Like you can, after that level, wisdom and warrior skills really good with health, because they get bonus every other level, health points. So it is really a good skill for a warrior. I may even consider it like in the maybe tier.
The Second Wind?
Yes. I think there will be a lot of healing warriors.
I agree.
Together with Mental Knit, it's just a nice skill to have for a mage as well. 5 skill points, and it scales with your primary stat, and it's just really good.
Okay. What do you think about Grapple and Force Shield? So either of these be moved, do you think?
I think they're good in this tier. Force Shield needs a bit of it scales with charisma, the armor mitigation amount, which is good, but it is usable only end game. Although it's a level 4 skill, it is usable end game, and probably you'll have better skills end game as well. But there may be like a case where you don't.
Brady likes it, so I'm going to move it up a little bit.
Yeah,
I'm going to nudge it. I have it and I own it and I never use it. I just can't. I'm always in situations where I'm like, should I use this? Should I even put it on a character? And I never do it.
And I like Grapple too.
Okay, we're going to move up Grapple more. But these are very for specific situations, right?
Right. Apply Polish too, Mental Knit. Yeah, all those.
These are all specific.
Yeah. I think all those are good where they are.
Okay, do you think, what about this? We did repost here, Herbal Knowledge. You think this is all good? You think Herbal Knowledge, like this whole list, this maybe tier is like pretty good right now?
Herbal Knowledge might need to go to the back of that tier.
Like at the back, okay.
Or what do you think?
I agree.
Maybe even down a tier. Maybe even down to the D tier. I don't know.
Well, it heals you 3 plus your wisdom
Right?
percentage, and then
It is
increases your
good
dodge.
at the beginning because you don't have that much health
Right.
points. For example, if you have less than 100 health points, you can say that it may do better healing than apply poultice.
Right.
But later, when you have more HP and more wisdom, apply poultice should be
Well,
more potent.
I think
Right.
it's good where it is, and I think what we should do is after like a week or a couple of days, we can maybe redo the tier list if there's anything we really want to
Definitely.
change. Right.
Definitely. Yeah. And again, like it can be good if you scale it with wisdom. But yeah.
Also, everyone make sure to subscribe and hit that button. You need to pay 20 to play. How does that work? So you need to have 20 USDC in your wallet and then have a little bit of
USDCE, the bridged
USDC.
Bridge version of USDC. It's weird.
Well, he already bought one for the Ethereum, right? So what you need, this is the thing. We're on Arbitrum blockchain. So
Yeah.
you need to go in your wallet. You need to bridge over a little bit of ETH and a little bit of USDCE is what you need.
And
so
I will post the USDC address for you here, right?
Yeah.
In the comments.
In fact, in I have a video that tells you. So I'm going to put that down there too. I'm going to link you to my video where I kind of tell you what you need to do. All right. Let's find that video.
Yeah. The token address. Where the heck is it? Okay. And then you can add, it's the bridge version. So if you're bridging over USDC, I find it is what most of these are using is the bridge version.
So Dub Club, this is how it works. When you register for the season, you pay in 20 USDC. But at the end of the season, there's all these payouts of USDC, right?
Mm-hmm.
And where do you think that comes from? It comes from those registration fees, right? So, for example, everybody in the room right now, all three of us pretty much made our money back or more this season. Like in Grady was the top winner. He won a bunch of money past his registration fees, right?
Right.
So the registration fees last season was like people, they made like whatever it was, 15 grand. And they take like 75% of that. And that all goes back into the reward system in the leaderboard, right?
Right.
So only 25% of the season fees even go to the team for like maintenance, devs, and stuff. This game is literally running on fumes. They have like no money. They're putting all the money back to you, pretty much.
And you're hoping, even if you don't win any money, so the top 75% of all finishers will get something back.
Plus, you can find NFTs and sell them. So like if you find NFTs like skill books, shards, you can sell them on the market. And most of us that hang out and play the game a lot and know it well have all made profit.
Right. Right. And so the rarity of the hero matters on your chances to get skill books. And if you have a Genesis hero, you also have a chance to get shards, summoning shards. Shards, you pay $10 and it will create a Rift hero. The Rift hero is probably what you bought, the mage. Rift heroes cannot find summoning shards. They can only find skill books. That's the difference there.
So yeah, that's the thing is that like, that's how it works. It's a game. You want to play the game and learn it and be good at it. And that's how you make, be profitable and have fun with it. And who knows? I mean, you could have one character and they could be in the top 10 and you could make $100 profit or something off of just one character or $200 profit. Right.
Yeah.
But it just depends on how well you do in the season.
Right.
And we all share all of our stuff for that. So there's a contact address. So in this video, I linked
address for the USDC. It's the bridge version.
Yeah. In the video, I show you how you can just go over to like Sushi Swap and you can just bridge over funds to your Arbitrum wallet, right? You want to add Arbitrum to your MetaMask and then use that. It's the same address as your Ethereum because it's a layer 2 Ethereum. You know, he knows Arbitrum. He said he's a fan of it.
Yeah.
So you want, I would say put like $5 of Ethereum in there just for gas fees. Gas fees on Arbitrum are like 10 cents, 20 cents or whatever, but you can have that in there and then put in like, 20 or $40 of USDC to register your hero. And then you'll be set to go.
Yeah. And for beginners, like what Doug has a video for just for beginners. It's about 30 minutes long. He walks.
That's the one I linked. Yeah.
It's like the awesome video.
I linked that one down there. You can, there's a whole walkthrough of how the game works and doing all that stuff. Right. And so, even you can continue watching this and then register after this stream is over. And you can also go into the Discord and ask questions. And the important things, make sure it's USDC.E, which is the Arbitrum version. And if you accidentally send the wrong USDC, you can always like swap it back, I believe. Anyways, we can do all that stuff. Okay, so let's look at this list right now. And okay, great. So this list looks good here. You think Thunderous Bellow is good here on the maybe tier? Do you think this is a good spot for it?
It's not that great, but anyways, there is, for example, if you're using starting skills for a warrior, probably it's a good idea to go with charisma and quickness stat, quickness for fleeing, charisma to persuade, and at some point you may find Thunderous Bellow. It is usable. It gives you some buff. It's not great parry, but it lasts for the whole combat. So you can use once this skill, especially on boss fights, to give you, which are longer, like taking 10 to 20 turns to kill a boss. So it will add up, and you can. It's usable, definitely.
So I like it. So especially if you've got a warrior that starts out high with charisma, that's the one that scales with charisma, right? And yeah, man. If you want to go the charisma route, I like Thunderous Bellow. Yeah, I know nothing doesn't like it much still, but it's not my favorite skill. But for me, it seemed like I did well with. I've just got like 1 or 2 heroes with it, but
okay, so we'll just kind of keep that stuff there. We'll refine this perfectly later, but just a general idea right now of a tier list. We've got second one, which we moved up here. We've got adhesive application for a ranger, right? A lot of people like this one,
and so that one was buffed, wasn't it?
So let's go back and look.
Here, I'm gonna look at.
I don't think it was changed.
No, it's not.
It wasn't.
Yeah, but it scales with agility and with wisdom. So if wisdom and strength. So there is like the improvised trap build that you emphasize on strength with a ranger after your primary attribute to get the most of the benefit of improvised trap and dexterous hands, by the way, which is really cheap and nice skill. And if you add on top of that adhesive application, it also scales with strength, and it reduces the difficulty to hit for a monster, so you can hit it more reliably. I don't like it's only for 2 rounds, but probably I would like to see next season this going to buffed like riposte for 3 rounds, and it would be really viable then. It's still usable, but I don't think it's better than
we only have like a certain amount of time with you, right, Kung Fu? I want to go through this whole thing kind of quickly.
Yeah.
And it reduces monster dodge for 3 rounds as well.
But if you have high wisdom, yeah. So for the healing builds which utilize wisdom, apply poultice, it is also good to have.
That might be a build I do. I like that. I actually wrote down Ranger, Agility, Wisdom, Quickness. I like that maybe. Let's do this. This group of this area, Drow, Thirst for Blood, Dexterous Hands, this stuff, adhesive application. Do you want to move any of these around? Do any of you think need to change? Let's see. Are there any of these changed?
I love Dexterous Hands.
Okay, let's move it up. Dexterous Hands. Sorry, that's the wrong one.
It's a solid skill, really like cost efficient, I may say.
Because of 3 skill points. And so it's like you can have that. It only costs 15 skill points at the end when you're facing Abaddon. You still have lots of skill points left to do other stuff.
So do you think the rest of these guys are good
that going the whole time? It's like a huge stat boost for your hero the whole entire battle.
Do you think the rest of these guys are good where they're at right now?
What's up with Thirst for Blood? What do you think of that one? Because I just got some of those.
You got killed when this attack. You can heal if you kill them.
You can heal, but there are like some prerequisites. The monster needs to be low enough HP, so you'll be able to kill it for the heal. probably at the back of this tier, and Drows probably it's even worse. I think Drows it's in the
You think
lower
this should
tier.
be like here. A lot of people like Drowse, I think.
Well, see, Thirst for Blood might be good on these with these new these new.
Oh, the
Yeah,
new
in the
zone.
new
Special
alternative zone. Yeah,
All right,
that's
let's
why
see.
I don't want to move it to the lower level. But I think it
Yeah.
doesn't do great damage. It does the same damage as Master Blow, but it gives you a heal, which is nice if you have a lot of wisdom.
Okay, so you think
Isn't it better? I mean, it does. It's like way better than Overhead Chop.
A bit better
Just on
damage.
the damage alone. Just on the damage.
A bit better damage, yeah.
Okay. And then
so
if it's
does,
the last blow of the battle, it heals you too.
Yeah, you cannot use this on bosses, but
overhand chops
the
way
healing
down here.
the healing
Yeah.
part cannot be used on bosses.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's good to use on fighting regular monsters.
And
Right.
when we're on tile 3.1 and 4.1, that could be a game changer. Having that.
Yeah. So 20 hit points if you manage to land 2 of those and get, let's say, each 20 hit points. 40 hit points for a warrior can last you for a few fights because they're really sturdy.
And it could save you from being sent back to Eidos. You know, if you're
or to heal. Yeah. Healing also takes quests.
It could, but I just don't see myself using it ever. That's just there's other things I'd rather use, but maybe it'll change with these.
I mean, you'll definitely want to use that over Overhead Chop, and I like it better than Grapple too. I would be using it. But
but on my my warriors, I'm
Yeah.
going to be using other skills.
okay.
That's just I don't know. I mean, my warriors I need like blade form parry and stuff and everything. But okay, so you guys think adhesive application, sly evasion are good here?
You know,
Yeah, I think this tier is good.
I did not like Sly Evasion last season.
I
almost
didn't
was
like
worth
it very good as well. Probably it's near Drows.
All right,
And I
put it
did
back there.
kind of like Drowse. But
Right.
Drowse,
Put Drowse up.
the downside with Drowse is that you just got to compare everything with Firebolt. It's like,
Yeah,
Firewall
that's true.
Bolt was really, really good.
right.
Okay. We moved Dexter's hands up, and we got Barb Projectile got buffed, right? So this now does 1d4
Yeah.
agility by 9.
I think it's in the oh baby tier. It's not that like in comparison to Firebolt, it does less damage, but it does less damage late game. Early game, Ranger is really good in the first 3 zones, and this skill, it doesn't need anything. It just needs agility, and it doesn't say it here, but it does 1d4 damage for an extra round. So
Right.
not for 2 rounds, it's for 3 rounds now, and
Right.
it adds some damage.
Yep. So it might even be up here, huh?
Yeah.
I
Okay,
think it's,
Let's put it there for now. And let's do Rendering Blow. What do you think about these guys in Berserk here? Do you think
I don't know what it was for me last season. Rending Blow, it's probably a weird, super weird RNG, but it was almost like there was a bug in that skill for me because all my heroes that had Rending Blow, and I've got several warriors with Rending Blow, they always got their ass beat by Abaddon. And it was almost got to the point where, like, if I had Blade Form Parry on that warrior, I took Rending Blow out.
Yeah.
I didn't even use it. But from what you read on it, I like the skill because it's one that lasts the whole length of the battle and it reduces their armor mitigation. So it should be like an impactful skill, but I don't know what it was last season. It was
demoting it.
effective.
well, you cannot measure the impact of this skill. You can measure when you parry a lot, and
Right.
but with this, there is a chance that it lowers the chance that the boss armor mitigates,
Mhm.
and it's not by a lot, but it is something till the end of the battle. Probably it's at the back of this. Probably
People
yeah.
pounded the table for this a lot last season, but I'm going to put it here.
That's so weird. It was like my warriors that had no skills did better against Abaddon. I've got like 5 or 6, 7 warriors with Rending Blow, and all of them got their ass beat by Abaddon. All of them. It was just nuts. I was like, I almost brought it to JB's attention. Like, is this thing bugged? Because every time I fight Abaddon and use Rending Blow, he just pounds the crap out of me, and I never win.
Okay.
So it's the weirdest thing. Okay.
What about Berserk, you guys? Berserk seems to be a fan favorite. People like it a lot. It helped
Berserk
me
is
for sure.
probably good where it's at, but it's borderline S. Like for a warrior, because the warriors just have a lot of good skills. You got Blade Form Parry and Berserk.
Well, okay, so do you think it's better than Improvised Trap and Haste? Or
No.
all these could get moved up to S tier.
Improvised Trap is at, I think Haste is back to Ace tier. Or baby tier, and improvised trap for me late game it is really good. It is the same use skill points to use as barb projectile, but late game when you have really a lot of agility like 60, you're doing the same damage as barb projectile, but it lowers significantly the armor mitigation. Like the golems in the last zone, and the gargoyles, they're armor mitigating for 10, 11 of your damage. And if you use improvised trap on them, I did it just to check what is the effect. This was reduced to 4 damage. So you are, even if they armor mitigate, you're going to do 7 more damage to the hero, and to the bosses this is even greater impact because they armor mitigate much higher amount there. So I'm even considering improvised trap for the old baby tier.
I agree with both.
Especially for rangers, which they got naturally like basic stats, 10 strength. You can easily go agility, strength, and quickness there. You pump this strength a lot. You can get a lot of gear. Actually, equipment is good with strength. End game equipment that gives bonus damage, a lot of armor mitigation. It is good for warriors, and it gives strength. So you can use it as a ranger as well because you're not constrained to use an armor that gives a lot of strength as a ranger as well. So I think it will do really good this season, and there are not much improvised traps on the market. I looked at that. It is probably something that everybody is using and learning on their heroes.
So it probably is an S tier, Doug, improvised trap. And Berserk is probably right at the top of the A tier, if not S, just because warriors don't have very many good skills.
Right.
They don't hit that consistently, and this is not their strength. Their strength is to endure in battle, and they're not doing the greatest damage. They're not hitting consistently like other classes. They have skills that improve their hit, but in the end, you just endure longer.
Also, I'm just gonna mute Kung Fu for the rest of this, so that. Well, this is the thing. Berserk is higher now because you need to have some kind of offense, right?
Right.
Right. I'm trying to unmute. Oh, they muted themselves. They muted themselves. I'm just messing with you, Kung Fu. I'm just trying to make sure we get this done so you don't get like late to your thing. But with improvised trap here, okay, so do you guys think that Berserk is really important because you almost need it now because not only is the blade form parry, it's been nerfed. So it's like that's even less powerful than before, right?
It's like which is the best skill for a warrior? Last season, clearly blade form parry was S tier.
Okay, but let's get over here first. So we have improvised trap and haste added to the end. Fireball and ice tomb. Is this all good, do you think, here, these guys?
I think so. I think it's all
Kung
right.
Fu, you have to
blade form parry might have
maybe ice tomb could go one level down because the armor mitigation is good, but it is something similar to rending blow that you cannot quantify. The damage is not great on that skill. Probably it is good, but we can lower it.
Like here?
Yeah.
Okay.
And maybe you might have to put blade form parry there as well.
We'll see. Okay. I'm really dreading.
I agree.
I'm pretending not to hear about this.
Blade form parry was good because you could essentially use it for the entire battle against Abaddon.
Yeah.
But when you can't, now, it makes it really tough.
So do you think blade form parry now is like here?
I think it's an A. Yeah.
What do you think, Kung Fu?
I sadly agree.
And I would almost maybe even put Berserk ahead of it if it's still just 4 skill points.
Is
Because,
it? Yeah,
that's
it
how
is.
I beat Abaddon. That's how I jumped in front of you with that one warrior there. I know Kung Fu because
Yeah.
It's almost like the build for warriors, just these two things, right? Like, I mean, not for everybody, but
Mhm.
one of the main ones, right?
Yeah, now you may go with Berserk and Grapple simply because of the low use of a skill, the cost. And this is what Grady used the previous season and was quite successful.
Grapple is getting moved up because you keep saying its name.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. I agree. So blade form parry, I think it's still going to be good, but it's not the OPS tier.
The problem is they nerfed it. They should not have nerfed it. Warriors were already like the second or third best class, and it was their only S tier skill. Like nerfing that, as soon as I saw that, I was like really not happy.
I agree. I was the same way. I was like,
if I would have known,
Jabe strikes again.
if I would have known, I would have made a big like ruckus about this, because without it, Warriors are having issues. So at least unless you can like figure out other ways. So now we're here with Fireball. And do you think this isn't a good spot right here?
I think it's just good. I think we're good.
Oh, it's more than good in my opinion. Fireball does the most damage.
So Fireball needs to go ahead of Firebolt, right?
Yeah. It's better, even better than custom poisons.
Okay.
I may say. Even better than his Hasty Wish. It's really tons of damage if you emphasize on charisma. It does almost double the damage of custom poisons.
Hasty Wish got nerfed. Do you think Hasty Wish moves down, or is it still number one?
It got nerfed. I was planning to kill Abaddon at level 17 with a lot of mages because I have Hasty Wish like 4 times. But with this nerf, I don't think it is viable.
Really?
That 17 or 16 kill for Abaddon.
I destroyed Abaddon with Hasty Wish at level 17.
Yeah, but
it's nerfed now.
It had 25% chance to hit, and now it's 15. So 10% less chance.
Yeah, it's a huge chance. That's like a
I'm not saying that I'm not going to try. I'm going to try it again because last season I didn't try it with the mage, but this season I will try with Hasty Wish to kill Abaddon at 17. And I guess many of us will try, but I don't think it's like in the beginning of the All Baby tier. Maybe at the back of All Baby tier.
Okay. And if you can combine it with haste, so
yeah.
Listen, I had a hero with haste combined with Hasty Wish. I lost the arm wrestling match. I'm at level 17. The tile opens up to face Abaddon. I lose the arm wrestling match. I was so pissed. I go back to Eidos, and it was like, oh, free ride. Because he didn't have, he was weak. He didn't have, and I could have gotten 3 items that I had right there in the stash waiting for me. Okay. But instead, I decided to not get the 3 items. I thought I can still beat him anyways. And I would have been at like 262 quests.
Yeah.
Okay.
We had it in the back.
And I had him down to 9 health and lost. Okay.
Yeah.
Then I immediately, right away, when the clock reset, I just got him the items that I was going to give him anyways, beat him, and I only lost 30 health.
Yes. Same with me. I tried this strategy with a friend of mine. So she had Zenithroborn had this Hasty Wish and Haste combo, level 17 mage. We just put the best equipment, and the mage lost like 50 health to Abaddon at level 17 and killed him easily. Didn't miss a hit.
It was unbelievable. And so I should have won with like 269 quests. It ate me alive. Kung Fu. It ate me alive.
Okay, well, what is the best way to not get eaten alive? What is this looking good right now with all these?
Okay. I think it's looking pretty good.
Do you think poisons
Do
should
you
still
think
be
custom
here?
poisons needs to go back in the back of the S tier also?
It is still good skill, but sadly, Firebolt with enough charisma still does more damage than,
Yeah.
than
And
custom
I
poisons
noticed-
per,
Yeah, but
per
that's
skill
not the
used.
same class, though. That's a different class. You're talking about bar projectile?
Yeah, how is it compared to Barb Projectile? Kung
You
Fu?
can use Barb Projectile from level 1, and this is something also really important.
Yeah.
I think this is good. Maybe we can like settle this for now like that, and
Okay.
we can get back to this in the middle and in the end of the season, make some changes.
We'll
Yeah.
make some changes as we go through a little bit.
Yeah, because
But I need to drive my kid to the kindergarten now, guys. Thank you
Okay,
for
love you,
having me, and peace and good luck in the new season. By
Yeah,
the way,
maybe we're
registered 21 heroes. I just could not leave my mythics and legendary heroes. 21 heroes. Let's go.
baby.
Bye
So,
bye.
hey, we're looking forward to watching I Know Kung Fu every day. He does
Stay
this
tuned.
video.
Later today, I'll have a video.
Yeah, baby. He's gonna be dropping the alpha like crazy.
Yeah, everyone follow Kung Fu. I'll post a link to his Twitter right now in the chat.
You know, it'd probably be good for me if I did the same thing, just short videos once a day. I mean, that was my original game plan, Doug. I probably should do it every day like he does. But man, I just don't know how I'm gonna be with time.
Yeah, it's tough when you try to do stuff every day, but just do it when you can, maybe.
Yeah.
But that would be a good plan. So here, follow Kung Fu, and I'm gonna put his YouTube there also. All
Zone
right.
3's name, isn't it like it's the odorous bog or something?
Kung Fu doesn't have a link to his YouTube. Oh, there it is. I found it.
Okay.
I found it. Okay. So I'm gonna put follow Kung Fu there. He gave me a guy to give away. If Dub Club's still here, he might win that hero because he did all the things. He commented on the tweet. He's here. So are you still here, Dub? Who is still here and watching this right now?
Dub Club's still in the house. I'm so pumped to see him.
There's Grady. Here's your screen, Grady.
Okay, baby.
You want to show your hero, your skills? You can see you have. Oh wait, do we not have Sniper on this list?
Oh no, we don't.
All right, hold on. Let me
Sniper needs to get on there.
Let me grab Sniper.
See, I really think Thirst for Blood is going to be a sneaky good skill for this season specifically. If you're on that tile, man, and you kill the boss, you're almost dead, and you kill the boss with that skill, and then it heals you and it prevents you from being sent back to tile 1. That's going to be huge. That's just because we're kind of scrapping to find some good warrior skills too.
I'm really upset about them nerfing the warrior when he did not need to be nerfed.
Yeah, and that does kind of in my book maybe bring up riposte a little bit too.
That's what I was trying to say. People kept fighting me against it. Okay, we're bringing riposte up now. We're putting
just because warriors are hurting to have good skills.
Hold on. Let me share this again. Yeah, that's why I was saying now you almost have to have riposte or a berserk, I feel like, on your warrior if you want to have a really good shot at beating Abaddon on the leaderboard. I really do.
Yeah, I mean, you'll still be able to put 4 blade form parries on your warrior, and then with the grapple, that's 28 skill points. And so, I mean, that still gives you a pretty good shot, but not at level 17. You won't be able to beat Abaddon at level 17. I mean, you really couldn't even last season, even with blade form parry. So, yeah, I'm with you.
All right, hold on. I gotta do edit, and I have
Ellie,
to.
Ellie, you are freaking awesome. Big shout out to Ellie.
Is
Hey,
that
Dub Club's
still
still
here?
here. Dub Club's still with us. So he needs to be given a hero. Like Dub Club, I'll
Yeah.
give you a hero.
Or well, all right.
Hey, in Dub Club, you should, if you're a streamer, if you're a gamer, well, you can get on here. You can ask all the questions. We can do a 2-3 hour stream and go through all the alpha if you want.
Right. That'd be a great idea.
Doug's got his channel. I've got a channel. Kung Fu's got a channel. We got lots of people here that love to play this game that do some content. Baby.
You need a USDC giveaway. I know, right? I do too. I always heroes to register.
So Dub Club, did you follow me on Twitter? CryptoGrady1 at CryptoGrady1.
All right, how about this, Grady? If you want to give him a hero, I will. I'll give Ellie a hero. Okay, for the people that are still here. Ren Penya's great, but she always wins everything. All right, she already has too many heroes to register. But what about Sniper? Where do you think increased chance to crit agility times 8 or whatever for 2 rounds? And I think that it was increased to so the updated is increased chance of crit.
I'll read you the updated because I just opened it, and the ones I just opened, it gave the updated info. So increased chance to crit by agility times 8. Times 8. Not divided by
percentage for 2 rounds.
Holy smokes, that's like a massive chance. That's almost like 100% chance to crit for 2 rounds, and your chance to hit by a flat 10%.
Is it the number one skill?
Huh?
Is it the number one skill in the entire meta?
I don't know if it's better than custom poisons, but maybe.
Well, you've got it for the whole battle.
Yeah, I mean, even if you got it with custom poisons, you just want to use it probably once. I don't think you'd ever want to use it more than once. And you'd want to use it right out the gate and hope you crit the crap out of them. And then you're using custom poisons if you have those 2 skills, or even bar projectile. So, I mean, yeah, maybe it's a flat 10% till the end of combat. So
there are 3 available for like $40 right now.
Really? I should sell mine. I've got 2 of them.
Or use it. Yeah, so this is good. Well, because custom poisons was not nerfed. Okay. So that's probably pretty good for now. I feel like Kung Fu would have put Sniper even higher, maybe. I don't know, but we need to verify that. Just because it does the increased chance to hit by a flat 10% till the end of combat. That's like a really big deal.
Like, what is our chance to hit?
Well, you know how we get those increased chance to hit, and we get like 1, 2, 3, or whatever. If you're lucky, you get all those. Like, this is added on 10%, right? So if you think about it, it's kind of like your chance to hit 10% is countered by their dodge, right? So basically, you're reducing their dodge amount by 10%. Like, it's the same kind of idea, right?
Yeah.
For the entire combat. And I think that if you think points wise, it might give you an extra couple hits possibly during combat. I don't know. Plus it increases your crit for 2 rounds. So
yeah,
maybe it's good where it is right there. I don't know.
Yeah, it's interesting. I would like to get Bob Nothing and Kung Fu's take on a lot of these.
And it's 6 and custom poisons is 7. So maybe we can leave this here for now. But Sniper's definitely really good. I mean, if you look at the market, let's look at custom poisons.
Okay. I'm debating if I should be selling.
Yeah, you can get custom poisons way cheaper. Dude, Sniper is expensive right now. If we go by like
Huh.
Fireball's 35. This might be the most expensive thing right now.
Really?
The Hasty Wish.
Yeah, Hasty Wish, man. I'm still really bullish on that one.
It's 65. Okay, so Hasty Wish, because we didn't adjust maybe for the whatever, but right now it's like the second most expensive.
So you're saying chance to hit. So you're saying Hasty Wish. It's still a flat chance to hit. It's still better than snipers.
It
and
is.
You get your increased parry, dodge, armor mitigation, and crit is all increased.
So maybe
I
it
still think
is
it's probably the best skill, even with it nerfed. But
you think Hasty Wishes? Maybe it could be
because
here.
all of that is increased for the entire battle.
It's true.
Nuts.
Maybe it should be like here. I don't know.
No, Dub Club. You start out with all your armor and stuff right away. So
Yeah, go to your inventory.
yeah, you go to your inventory. You want to first thing you want to do is add apply your inventory to yourself. And then you want to go set your skills also right off the bat. So for a mage, you probably want to do 3, of one of the worst skills in the game, but it's Ray of Frost early. You can use 3 instead of 2 fire bolts. Probably the way to go. But eventually you just want to focus on firebolt.
Okay, so we have 2 winners today. We got Ellie and we got Dub. And so I'm gonna DM you right now for Ellie to get the mage or was it a mage? The one that Kung Fu contributed. And then I have also a giveaway I'm doing over the week or so of the tweet that I put down in the comments. And what's Harb?
Yeah, Dub Club, I'll promote your channel too. I just messaged you back. We should stream together soon. Like tomorrow. And we can walk through step by step your heroes. And this is so fun. And I'll hook you up with a hero. I love it. Shout out to Ellie, who's just like one of the best sports. She's just always there, always supportive, always cool. She's even getting out there. She's on Mythic Squad stream. Big shout out to Ellie. Make sure you follow her on Twitter. Zelf, I love you, baby. Zelf in the house. It's so fun getting new people in the game because here's what always happens. Even people that were real skeptical of the game, they're kind of hating on it even a little bit. There's people out there doing that, and then they start playing and they're like, oh, damn. Once they wrap their mind around it, once they get it, and the critical, impossible decisions that you constantly have to make, okay, and then you start to realize, wow, this game is on the verge of greatness. That's what Bob Nothing said. This game's so fun, and when people actually get in and play it, because there's not a whole lot of players. I mean, I don't even know if there's 100 real people playing the game. Maybe around 100, 150 tops of actual human beings playing the game right now. There's no reason there's not 1,000, 5,000 in my book. So I'm so bullish for the value too of the NFTs. If the game continues to grind through the bear market, continues to develop, I think there's so much upside as well for the items, like for the NFTs and for the heroes. Is if this game were to get some more adoption and really get some traction, we get some big YouTubers in there, gaming people, we get some people coming in, bigger names out there that promote this game, look out. So I'm trying to get, I haven't worked too hard on George yet to kind of like some way, shape, or form advise. Brian D. Evans said he was open to it. We could get him to even just do a tweet like backing this game. Just get people like that. Oh, so love you, Zelf. Yes. Renpen, baby. Let's go. So, man, it's so fun getting new people in this. It's like I'm so bullish on this game. And sometimes I'm like, man, am I on a different planet? Why isn't there way more people playing this game? Why didn't more people jump in? And so it kills me. I know it kills you too, Doug, that there's just not more people. So that's why it's so fun getting new people in, because they're always, even if they're unimpressed by the gameplay optics at first, believe me, once you wrap your mind around it, you're going to be addicted, baby.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. And this is the thing that people need to understand too. Like the floor prices have gone down a little bit, but like it's a really good opportunity for people to get in the game. And if you compare us to like, what was it, Mind Games that completely rugged after a month and a half? Like they literally, like some people took the money and just ran with it, like, and completely rugged everyone. Yeah. And that's the reality of Web3. Is 6 Inserts back in? Okay, great, because I was pumped.
Yeah, and I knew that Six has always been in. Yeah.
But this is the thing, guys. You have to realize 99% of Web3 games just completely rug. They're just like nothing happens. They're like they'll do a mint and like 3 people will buy an NFT. You know what I mean? So like in relation to that, we're doing crazy, crazy good. Now, of course, we could be doing better.
Yeah.
But sorry. Go ahead.
Look at the team, the core values. The team is a gem. Awesome core values. They're super loyal. Their heart is in the right place. They want to do what's right by the community always. They're doing their best. They're grinding, and it's been hell. Yeah, I can tell you the story of what this team has had to endure to develop this game and right through the bear market, and then try and launch this thing in the middle of a bear. And then just the devastation that hit them when, but then it's been encouraging. It's been encouraging. Here's the team is encouraged. At first, it was super devastating. The day of the mint, the first day of the mint, they were just crushed. It was like their life was just devastated, and it was like they're out of gas. And Doug and we slapped them around a little bit, encouraged them to hang in there and stick it through. And then guess what happened? After the mint, it seemed like a failure. They thought 1,000 more heroes were minted slowly over the next month, because as people started playing, they're like, oh shit, this game's fucking awesome.
Right.
They ended up minting tons more heroes.
Yeah, we ended up minting like 1,300 heroes or something like that, Genesis heroes. And this is the thing too, is like people have been commenting. Some people even DMing me right now about how they own a lot of heroes and they're not playing that much, and like they're upset that the price went down because it's a rare thing. They expect it to go up. This is the thing, like show me one project out of like, maybe one out of like 1,000 might actually go up like right away. And people need to come in, see the project, see that it's doing well. Web3 only has so many people in it, and there's like 1 million projects, right? So the thing though is when you can show longevity, like you've been around a while, you'll start to pick up speed. More Steam people come in, dub clubs coming in, people come and see it, and you can show I have a proven track record of this game that's doing pretty well. People like it, and the game is going to continue to expand and get better and better and better as we go. They're doing a great job of being efficient, using the money they have. I mean, these guys are working for barely anything right now. You know what I mean?
They haven't even gotten paid.
No.
For a year and a half of grinding.
And they raised crazy amount of monies to fund this thing and to put the game out and to be on up and up about everything. So the real thing is that like the goal is building relationships, making a cool game, having fun. And you can be proud of that. You can be proud to be part of a project that's trying to do the right things in Web3 and trying to like really care about the community, giving 75% of the season fees back, which is the highest I've ever seen of any game or project. Like everything about this project is like green flags across the board. Now, there's always going to be controversy or drama because people might say, like, I wish they did this, or I wish they did that, like conflicts of opinions, of
Sure.
course.
Yep.
There's lots of stuff they did that I was like, I would rather do it this way. And
Mhm.
they're like, nope, we're doing it this way. And I'm like, that's fine. Like, you're the guys that put in a ton of work and 2 years of work and money into this thing. So you get to make the decisions, but I'm just here to help. And, and that's just the thing is, and the thing is, like, over time, if you yourself are somebody that contributes and is helpful, people will listen to you. You know what I mean? Go in the Discord, contribute. I mean, you saw what happened with JB, where I was like, he was mad at me. He's like, Doug, leave me alone. You keep on yelling at me about flea skills. And look what he did. He like literally, he reduced the flea skills. So now they're like kind of usable.
Right.
And I put my reputation on the line. I was like, I don't care because it made me almost look bad because I was being kind of mean to him. I was like, dude, everybody in the world thinks the flea skills are useless. And he's like, no, they're not. He's like, no one believes that. And I'm like, no. I talked to all the top players. They all agree they're useless. And then he's like, no, they don't. And he's like, some people think they're good. And I kept going at him. I'm like, look, no, this is serious. They're really not usable. And he did exactly what I asked him to do. I asked him to reduce it by like 2 skill points or whatever. He literally did it.
And I still don't even think that's worth it. So I
right. They should be maybe like less, right. But like at least they're somewhat usable and continuing to contribute. Seems like not enough runway, bad timing. Well, this is the thing. They do have runway money that they're saving in the back end for like runway stuff, but they're also keeping that safe for like emergencies and things like that. You know what I mean? They're trying to be very, very conservative about everything, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's the thing is that like we don't see all the behind the scenes of what's going on, but they're trying to have a super long runway and have all this stuff saved up and not and like reduce the amount of money they're spending on devs and everything as much as possible. Sticks and turns, I'm lying. Yeah, thanks. Sticks and turns a lot like Sergeant Filthy McNasty. They like to cause a little bit of trouble. All right. I don't know where Filthy McNasty is, but he's not here causing trouble. All right. He did comment on my tweets. So the big winners, and maybe we'll make a tweet about that, are the new one, Dub Club and Ellie. And
Ellie's the winner.
Yeah. You're giving a hero to Dub Club, and I'm giving one to Ellie. Well, they're the 2 of the 4 people that commented on my tweet that I said, hey, comment on this tweet, retweet.
Okay.
Only like 5 people did it. And look, if you are here and you're very active and you comment on my tweets and interact, there's a gigantic chance you're going to win a bunch of stuff. Like it's like you have like a 30% chance or something you're going to win something. You know what I mean? Like compare that to other things where it's probably like 1. So or like 0.5% chance. So that's part of the benefit of being part of this community. It's a lot of fun. And we did a Twitter space today. We did a YouTube show with Kung Fu here to give all the knowledge, Dub Club. And also, before we leave, for all the people that stayed till the very end, maybe, Grady, we should give out like tips on their builds of their attributes. You know what I'm saying? Like what attributes for each class that they might want to build up for someone like Dub Club. Because when your character fills the XP bar and you can go to the Adventure Guild and you can level them up, you'll roll dice and it'll give you points that you can put in your attributes. You can level up, like strength or wisdom or quickness. And you can choose, or even HP points, right?
Yep, that's right. And so in the Adventuring Guild, which is in Eidos, the first tile, it's in the third tile, and that's it. Okay, so you get it on the first tile and the third tile. That's where you can level up.
This is the Adventuring Guild over here, top right. And there's one in like the third tile also, right? Like down further through the forest.
Right.
And so we go here and you can see where it says level up right there. Yep. That's where you level up. And when you're able to level up, it'll be like a bright color. You can click it.
Yep.
And then you can add all your attributes.
And that's when your XP is full. And so make sure there's a little sun at the bottom, right at the bottom.
Yeah.
You never want to go.
And you want to make sure
time to level.
Always level up right when you're at full XP. Like go and level up because you want to level up as fast as you can.
Yeah. And so Dub Club, I want to do a video with you and walk you through because you'll have a million questions.
Right. Also, there's identifying skills. If you find a skill book, it'll pop up here. You identify it. And then once you identify, you can learn it. See, look at my skills. I got magic missiles. I got berserk. I got lots of teleports. I can teleport wherever I want, Grady. I can teleport here, there. If I have 3 teleports, could I just teleport right to Abaddon? That's what I'm asking. You know what I mean? Like, how many teleports do I need to teleport to Abaddon and just appear? And he's like, where do you come from, bro? It's season day 1. And I'm like, bro, I have a whole stack of teleport power.
Yeah.
But that is also another thing that they could add in the game. They could add skills where you can teleport to different zones, maybe, right?
Hey,
That could be cool.
that would be really cool, actually.
That would be a valuable thing, but it would kind of like throw a monkey wrench in the game, right?
Yep. Yeah.
And then once you learn them, and then you go here and you equip them, and then that's where you use skill points. It's kind of like skill points are kind of like mana, right? You have so much mana to cast your spell during the day, and then it goes down.
Yeah.
And so that's why I have 3 of these: Ray of Frost and no magic missiles. So
yes,
that's where the Adventure Guild is.
Let's do it like a Dragon's Crossing for Beginners video, and I will literally hold your hand.
Totally.
Baby.
Grady's, that's how I even got into doing this stuff right now, as I jumped on Grady's show and I was like, let's do a simple little DFK thing, and it was fun.
Yeah.
And that's what it's all about, right?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna keep teleport forward 2 zones immediately. Yeah.
Yes.
What? Oh yeah, he says, what should I focus on? Not dying. Okay, so let's look at this. Attributes.
Yeah.
So there's 3 attributes that are attached to classes. Wisdom is for the mages, right? So you can see I have a lot of wisdom here. I'm going to now open up a ranger. So my ranger, you can see, has a lot of agility. That's their stat, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then if I open up one of my warriors, he has a lot of strength. So each of these classes has like a main stat, and then strength ups your parry. You can see parries down there. Parry means like you deflect some of the damage, maybe not all of it, but some of it. And then wisdom is dodge. So you can jump out of the way and not get hit whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
And agility is crit. So it ups your crit. You can see dodge is down here and crit's over here too.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it also increases your attack abilities. Like I think your bonus damage, right? It increases for your main stat. So when you upgrade your strength for your warrior, because it's your main stat, it's also going to give you like bonus damage and stuff.
See the damage there? It says 2 to 5.
Right.
Well, when he equips his sword, it'll be more. But as you increase your strength, that also increases. And so in all those stats, your chance to crit, chance to parry, chance to dodge, those are just added increased bonus based off your stats and your items.
There is a doc that I listed a link below where it goes over this in detail, like what stat does what, and you can just look at it and it's right. It's very easy.
That's good.
So that's the thing. Those are the 3 main stats, right, for the different classes. Then quickness is for fleeing, right, to run from a battle, but it also is in some of the skills you saw. That's why we have this big tier list, because depending on what you level up affects skills. And then charisma is, if you see that persuade button pop up, you can hit that. And if you persuade them and you win, then you walk away and have the XP and whatever loot they have, right? So it's like you won the battle scot-free, which is cool, but also charisma is built in to the skills also. So that's why this game's all about what skills and what works for what. And for the warrior, a lot of people are going to do strength, agility, and quickness, I think. And then some people might do wisdom instead of agility, possibly, I think, for the warrior. What do you think, Grady?
Yeah, so always strength, like you said. I would say I agree with you. I always do quickness. I always do quickness. So strength, 2 stat points. So you get between, when you roll the level up, you're going to get between 3 and 6 stat points that you can add. So I always do strength 2, quickness 2, and then if there's 1 or 2 more left over, it depends on the skills, which for a warrior, it's often agility for me because of grapple. But there are times when wisdom is good if you've got that heal skill, or charisma if you've got thundering bellow. So see, it really depends, And if
look
you've got thundering bellow, and you're going to want to put that on a hero that naturally has base stats that are high on charisma.
Yeah, so you can see, this is just a quick look at the tier list. They have all these stats. Thunderous Bellow, strength, and wisdom and stuff, and whatever, blah, blah, blah. Berserk has got all this stuff. Yeah. So, like, in general, that's what we're talking about. I just want to show that real quick. All these skills have different things built in. And when you fight bosses that are really hard, because that zones have bosses at the end, and the final boss, Abaddon, you are going to need skills pretty much to beat them, right? Like, it's not easy. So you need to be strapped up. And the idea is you want to win the game and beat Abaddon as fast as possible as far as the quests you use, be more efficient. Do I need to start fighting right away? You see a timer. So the timer will reset every 23 hours. It's a good question, because originally you did have to do that to reset it. You had to play all the stuff it would reset. They changed it. Once the timer starts, every 23 hours it's going to reset automatically. And it's not 24, it's 23. That allows you to kind of keep it at the same spot. Because if it's 24, it would keep getting pushed out, right? Or whatever. But like with 23, it gets pushed back. So
yeah. And once you do your first quest, when that timer resets, you lose all those quests will count against you if you don't use them all up.
yeah, you have to use all your quests. That wasn't the case in the beginning of season 1, but they changed it. So now you want to use all your quests. They changed the meta that way.
Yep. And so you want to make sure, but if you don't use any quests, those 15 quests will not count against you. So if you miss a day, it's not the end of the world. You just don't want to miss too many days.
So the idea is if you start to play the game and actually do a battle or use a quest, then all those quests automatically get counted against you. You got to use all we can. But if you don't actually log in and do any questing, you can wait to the next day and it will be like you just skipped a day and that's okay.
Yeah. I think I better get to bed, Doug. I've been working out, believe it or not.
Oh, good.
Or not. And I'm exhausted.
So hold on. Right before you do, real quick, we'll do one last thing. We're going to bring up a mage because he got a mage.
Yeah, so mage is wisdom, charisma, and quickness.
So yeah, mage, the best stats are wisdom, charisma, and quickness because those are going to upgrade your main attack ability and your dodge. And then your quickness and charisma is going to help you with your skills.
Yeah. And persuade. So charisma comes in. If you persuade, man, and the more charisma you have, the more likely you have the chance to even have the option to persuade. And so you build up.
So. Did they verify that? I don't know.
No, I never did 100% verify that. I just heard them say that before.
Okay.
So, but I would like to actually have Bloater Punch say that. But I'm pretty sure I noticed I had way more chances to persuade with my mages last season.
That was my whole meta last season. I just went heavy on quickness and persuade with everybody, thinking it would help me get more persuades.
Yes.
I don't know.
And
it didn't work out.
I had without question, more persuade opportunities than I did with my mages than I did with rangers or warriors, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's true. And then you persuade, you only have that option right at the beginning of the battle. If you don't do it, it's gone. So you persuade right at the beginning of the battle. If you win the persuade, hey, you just got an XP, took no damage.
He's got these stats. He's got 11 wisdom, 10 charisma, and 4 quickness. So your quickness is a little bit low, but you can just level that up.
It's nice that you got 10 charisma right out the gate.
Right.
You'll be fine with that hero.
So when you get a situation where you roll like 4, you can put 2 into wisdom, and then you can put 2 into quickness to get it back up to charisma, maybe. I mean, it's up to you, but you want quickness and charisma both up high.
Yeah, and wisdom. So those are your 3
Quickness is my favorite stat by far because this is the thing, guys. At the end of the day, the number one rule in the game is don't die. Get good, don't die. I even made a banner for it. Hold on. Where is it?
Don't die. Don't die.
Get good. Get high. Just win, baby. Yes, right. Don't die. Don't die. Okay. This is what's going to happen, Dub. I'm going to warn you right now. You're going to die. You're going to be like, holy crap, I got my butt kicked. Because what happens is the game lulls you. You'll fight like 2 characters or monsters that are not too bad. Then you'll fight someone like difficult, and all of a sudden they just smack you and you're dead. And you're like, what? You got to learn how this game works. You got to be careful because if a character comes up and you look at their attack power and the skills that they cast on you, some of the characters are more powerful than the others in the zones, right? And this happens to everybody. Season 2, when people started playing season 2, that first day, everyone's like, I died, just like constant in the Discord, just deaths everywhere, right? Yeah. So just be careful. You can always go back to Eidos and heal and use your quest to heal. In the beginning, it's really smart to do that as opposed to dying, I guess. And you'll figure it out. And now it's not terrible if you die in the beginning because it's the beginning. Right. It's way more difficult if you die near the end boss. That's really rough.
Right.
So don't be hard on yourself. You'll probably die 15 times maybe, but don't die also.
Right. And it'll probably be hard this first season, but we'll help you as much as we can. And then you'll be like a pro. You'll be ready
You'll be like, I can't
Well,
wait till the next
part of
season.
the reason that's good to have multiple characters, you could start one character today and then start one or two in a couple days and
Yeah.
use the first one as a guinea pig, and they'll probably end up dying a bunch.
That's right.
Either way, it's just it's a lot of fun. That's why most people have like 5 or 6 or 10 heroes, because they know a couple of them will die, and if those are your only heroes, your chance of being on the leaderboard is really low. So it's kind of rough that way.
Yes.
Dub Club thinks that's funny. Well, Dub Club's into, yeah, I die a lot. And this is the thing, you can heal yourself. There are skills to heal yourself. There's ways to heal. When you die, what happens?
You lose all your items, everything, and if
Except
you
for
had,
one.
had an NFT, except one.
You can save one item.
Yeah.
All your NFTs that you have not camped with are gone, and you can save one item like a sword or a ring or like gear, you know, to have them. And then you have to go back to Eidos. It transports you back to Eidos, and then you have to go to the blacksmith to get more gear. And now if you have other characters in your wallet, they can send them gear also. If you have like really epic gear, you know, from someone else, you can do that, but it costs you quests. So a lot of people don't. Some people do.
Yeah. That the shared stash though is very high penalty. Like
it is, but also think about this. If you're on your first or second fight and you die, not only do you go back to Eidos, your day's over. So all those rest of 13 quests are counted against you.
That's right. So if you're going to die, you want to die at the end of the day.
Yeah, and that's right. And then when you go back there, you have to use quests to buy the blacksmith gear. And then you have to use quests to go back to wherever you were at.
Blacksmith gear sucks.
So it's a lot of quests. You're losing a lot of quests. Right. So basically, if your character dies a couple times, it's going to be rough.
You're not going to be able to probably beat the game. Not be first, but all you got to do is be in the top 40 percentile to get your money back.
Yeah,
you're in the green. Your money back, and then a little bit more.
I had characters that died twice, and they still made their money back. Right?
Oh,
I'm just talking about like top 10.
I was in the top 10 percentile with heroes that died. I did have a hero that died in the top 10 overall.
There you go. Okay, well there you go. So that's why it's good to have like more heroes, because you get less of that like hit on your like brain, in your mental state where you're like, oh my god, I died. If you have a bunch, someone dies, you're like, you're real pissed, but then you're like, forget it in 2 seconds, because you're like, okay. Yeah, I have like 11 or 12 heroes or whatever. So I'm actually we're gonna close this off, and I'm gonna go play the game, and I'm gonna go kick some butt, and I'm gonna Grady, before we sign off, let's make predictions. What do you predict for season 3 for you? Like we'll do like a hot take prediction, and then we'll do like what we like a medium, like reasonable prediction for each of us. Okay. Like I'll go first. My hot take prediction is I get 2 heroes in the top 10 this season. Okay. 2. What is your hot take prediction for yourself? Like if things just go really well for you.
You know I'm gonna win this thing, baby.
He's gonna go number 1.
You know I'm gonna get in first place.
My hot take is I get second place and you get first place, and I have but I'm also have another character that's like 4 or 5, and we're like battling it all season, right? And then like you that's like, so then that gives me a nudge area where I could even be better than my hot take, right? If I beat that would be like crazy.
No, you have no idea. Yeah, you would have been screaming at me of how much of a dumbass I am. I should have won that season. I mean, I did kind of win first place overall. I'm just talking shit, Doug. But I should have been in first place.
You should have been. Okay, so now that's your hot take, is that you're going to get first place.
Let's go.
But are you going to also have more in the top 10? Or are you going to have like 2 or 3? How many people in the top 10?
Top 10 is tough, man.
All right, this is the battle. Me and Grady are both trying to get 2 people in the top 10.
2. I mean,
2.
Sure.
All right, now, but what's your what's your reasonable expectation?
I'm thinking of like 10, 8 out of 10. 8 out of the top 10. Come on.
8 out of the top 10. Okay. That's your hot take. You're gonna have 8 out of the top 10. I'll have the other 2, I guess. And we'll see how that works. But my hot take is I'll have 2 or 3 guys in the top 10, and I'll be like right near the top, right? And then, okay, so what about your actual reasonable expectations? If I look at my previous seasons, I've pretty much been at break-even point, but a little bit better each season, sort of. But I also had a lot of bad luck. Like I died so many times that I shouldn't have because of bad RNG. And I feel like maybe this season will be a little bit better. So my reasonable expectation is I'm going to make like a profit of like, $50 to $100 this season is what I think is like what likely will happen. And maybe I'll have like a character or two like flirting with the top 10,
Yeah. I was just gonna say something and it totally slipped my mind.
Like you did well as far as like your earnings and stuff. Like you could
Yeah.
you could say like you'll just do that again, maybe, or maybe
Dub
you'll
Club,
do better.
I'll tell you, I made like $800. So and just imagine so even if you break even, you're hoping to get some NFTs along the way that you can either put back into your heroes, which gives them more value in OpenSea if they have those skills, or you can sell them on OpenSea. So even if you just break even, you're going to get hopefully a few NFTs, depending on how many heroes you've got. And so that's where the rarity of the hero comes in. And then the Genesis heroes are so cheap. Doug, they're like at $41 last I checked, the floor. Now they're low statted heroes. You want to look at the base stats of the heroes, Dub Club. If you're new to the game, base stats, it tells you right there in OpenSea. And if you add up all the stats, if you're over 40 total stat points between the 5 stats, that's good. Over 40. Under 35, not so good. So, but especially you looking at the main stats of your hero. But again, you can still go destroy and win the season for sure, even if you start out with bad stats. So it's not the end of the world.
Look, he just got 2 loots on his first fight, bro. There you
Boom.
go.
Let's go, baby.
This is a lot of fun. Okay, so did you say what the answer to my question though?
Okay, what was your question?
Like your reasonable expectations, like based off of what you did the last 2 seasons, like you know what I mean, like close, like similar-ish to what you did, but maybe RNG is different this time or something.
Yeah, my goal was always to at least be able to make my money back, and then hope to get a bunch of NFTs to make it more profitable. But it just depends how much time. See, Doug, I put so much time into that last season. Has anybody ever played a game for 55 straight hours out there? Like not slept? I went 2 back-to-back nights in a row without sleeping.
That's you should have done. You know what? Mr. Beast does that, where he'll just do like a week-long stream. He just sees how long he can stay awake doing something totally ridiculous, right? He used to do that stuff before he had all the money.
I was a freaking zombie. I actually stayed up for back-to-back nights, stayed up the whole day in between. And went to bed the next morning, finally, by like noon or 11 a.m. after having stayed up 2 nights in a row all the way through with no sleep. Who's ever done? Is there a gamer that's ever done that? Right here, baby.
You've done it. Could live stream the whole thing. Yeah. My camera died. Hold on.
It's all good. I need to go to bed. Ellie,
can you hear me right now?
Oh, yes, I can still hear you.
Okay, so good stuff. Okay, you can't see me, but I'm going to roll the old promo video. You guys, we had Dub Club and Ellie as winners, and this was a lot of fun. We got a tier list set up, so you can always check that out. Once again, we'll just show the tier list real quick, so you can always look at this and even pause this video if you want to and just see what the tier list is. I'll post a link to it also, but that's the tier list, and you can always just double check this if you want to. And that's it, baby. So thanks so much for coming on the stream, Grady. It's going to be a fun season, and we'll be doing a bunch more of this stuff coming up this week and be having a lot of fun. And do you have a last message to the peoples?
Give it a shot. Give it a go. You're going to be hooked. You're going to love this game. Best, most addictive game in Web3 at the moment. Let's go. Baby.
You know what I have to say? Turn your speakers up, baby.
Introducing Dragon's Crossing, an addictive Web3 game modeled after Dungeons & Dragons. With With just 15 moves a day, you must find the right balance to navigate each zone and climb the leaderboard. In the meantime, you can also find NFTs that will bolster your chance to win or can be traded to other players.
Lots to do. You understand.
Season 2 gave out over $12,000 in prizes. And now in Season 3, we introducing Dragon's Crossing, an addictive Web3 game modeled after Dungeons & Dragons. With just 15 moves a day, you must find the right balance to navigate each zone and climb the leaderboard. In the meantime, you can also find NFTs that will bolster your chance to win or can be traded to other players.
Lots to do. You understand.
Season 2 gave out over $12,000 in prizes. And now in Season 3, we have Choose Your Own Adventure, new quest NFTs, and a smelter. Sure you're ready for Season 3 by picking up an NFT hero via the secondary market on OpenSea. Will you be our Season 3 champion? Check out our website, dragonscrossing.com, for more information. Let's go!
Okay, that was it. And let's go.
Go.
And we had Gotrino and Bob Nothing in there as the Season 2 champions. You know what I'm saying? You could be in the next championship video. All right. We're going to end the broadcast right now. We'll see you guys later.